This is a short video to understand how a loop functions in code. What is a loop? A loop is a code structure that simply repeats a set of commands. Why do we want to use a loop? Well, there are many reasons. Three of which are, sometimes we need to repeat something so many times that it becomes physically impossible to write it out. For example, if we want to calculate the sum of 1,000,000 terms of a geometric series. Second reason, we can use a loop to run our code a variable number of times. And third, using a loop will reduce the amount of copying and pasting errors. There's a structure to the loop, and similar to a function, where a function has two parts to it, a loop also has two parts to it. There's a header and a body. The loop header starts with the keyword for. Looking at this example, we can read it as we are going to take one letter at a time from the string, my example, and assign it to the variable letter. The body is anything that is after this line of code and is indented a minimum of 2 spaces. What we're doing in this example is printing each letter. Let's take a look at the code lens and see what happens when I slow the code down. And now we are going to take a look at how the code runs step by step using a tool on the Interactive Python website called CodeLens. I copied and pasted the example from the PowerPoint slides into an active code window on the Interactive Python website. Pressing the Show Code Lens button displays the code in this area. I can now step forwards and backwards by pressing the appropriate button. I just want to take a moment to cover some of the basic conventions you see on your screen. The red arrow indicates which line of code executes next. The green arrow shows which line of code just executed. Variables and their stored values are displayed over here. Be sure to watch this window as we move through the code, and you will see how the value in the variable letter changes. Finally, any printed output is shown here. Now I'm going to step through the code, and you can see that the code is repeated over and over again until we are finished moving through the word my example. And now, once we have finished the word my example, the next line of code that gets executed moves to line 3, which is the next line of code after the loop. And we are now finished. So this was just a way of showing how a loop functions and how it repeats the code that is in the body of a loop. Thank you.